Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Desperate Heart podcast. This is where me and V-Meister here, the voice actor for Dasanoku, are going to be sitting down with a bunch of DH1 and DH2 VAs from across the series and talking the latest in what has been going on in the DH world and answering some questions that you all have sent in prior to this. So obviously today I'm joined by my co-host V-Meister.
What's up?
And my guests are today were going to be the entire trio, but unfortunately Hajime Rider has not been able to make it, so Tomochi won't be here, but I'm joined by Genesis, who voices Sanjiru.
Wait. Oh, okay. Wait, no, my
Great
mic is just
start.
delayed. Okay, hello
Fantastic.
everyone. I was like, why wasn't the circle lighting up? But no, hello everyone. My name is Genesis. I'm the voice actor of Sanjiru Yasuhiro. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. Very excited to be here on the first episode of the Desperate Heart podcast. And I'm excited for who I'm joined by as well.
We are also joined by the voice of Oto Aoki as Flamigator.
Hello, I am the voice for Oto Aoki! Yay.
Brilliant. Okay, so let's jump in on this. Chapter 3 is just fully released. All 10 episodes are now out. What do we think about this chapter in comparison to the other two?
Oh man,
My favorite one. Oh, sorry. Can I go? Were
Everyone,
you gonna
just go
say
for it.
first? My bad. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Yeah. No, this is easily my favorite chapter. Out of Desperate Heart 2. I'm still like between this one and DH1 Chapter 5 as like my favorite of the series, but I really like this chapter. I think it's great. I think Oto especially and his development really sells this entire chapter for me. I love it a lot. I love the whole game world. I love how everything works in the game world. And I love... Right, we can talk about the killer. I love Yuki's whole... I love the slow reveal towards Yuki being the killer, and I it's very interesting how that all develops. Not to mention... The writing was so good that legitimately there were some Yuki apologists in the chat who were like defending Tomochi, despite how much Tomochi is such a fan favorite.
There's going to be defenders for every
overall...
killer. Like, people still love Emiliano. Every day there is a daily love post for him. Like, but he killed Gunma.
Is that true? Wait, I did not know.
In general, literally, there's
What?
always daily love posts for him.
Well, I mean,
But no, we stand by that.
Emiliano's
Yuki
just
did
that guy.
nothing.
I know.
Yeah,
I
of
respect
course.
it.
Yuki did nothing wrong.
I'm familiar with the post. As long as I appreciate the character, then it's fine by me. They do it elsewhere too.
Of course, of course. Anyone else got anything to say about this chapter? I mean, I personally... Because when I was making this was my favorite chapter. I loved what I kind of did with Oto in his synthesizer sequence. As I started doing watch parties, my main thing I was a bit worried on was the whole mimic thing, frankly, because some people loved it, some people thought it was great, some people like, the mimic, like FNAF, whatever, but some people didn't like it, so I was worried to see the reaction, but I think it has been a good, it's been really good so far. I haven't seen anything bad about it, which it's put my mind at ease as the writer, obviously.
What's not to like about the mimic? It's
Exactly,
pretty
it's the mimic. What can you not love about the mimic?
I mean, I know I am very, very, very biased, but I love this chapter so much. It was so much fun to record, but like, Alice said good luck when she sent me the script. Good luck. And I saw that and I was like, what do you mean good luck? What did you do? And I opened it, and then I was like, oh, no, but also, oh, yes.
Oh, toe?
Oh, toe? Oh, no?
Yeah, the Oto Nation was in shambles this chapter. Only worse if I'd killed him, but I did not.
It was so Otober.
It was so
I
Oto.
thought it was all over too.
I love how that's just kind of like part of the discourse around the chapters now, the fact that it's Otova and the Oto Nation is like a force to be reckoned with. Like,
Listen,
I don't know
It's
how.
only grown in size since the
It's-
beginning.
It has.
listen. It's not unusual for chapters themed to point out deaths. It's happened, but lately it's been dragging us into the wrong direction, and that's a good thing in my opinion, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the DH1 chapter titles, pretty much whenever they reference someone, that person died. Like, obviously Tomochi versus the world, the prepare for trouble, make it double, the twins. And I did do that with chapter 1 of DH2, as to kind of make you all think it's like, oh, look, I'm doing it again, and then threw it off with Tomochi, and then killed in the next chapter.
Right. the only chapter in DH1 where you were able to basically, well, okay, I did not get this impression at first when I saw the title, but chapter 1, as everyone probably knows, was supposed to be a different victim.
Yes, that's
but
a good point.
It didn't turn out to be that very victim.
But I kept the chapter title, yeah, the one that references Ghostbusters, because obviously it was going to be Gala who dies in chapter 1 of DH1. And they changed to Paulino. I don't know who Paulino is. I don't know who that is, but
I thought we weren't doing this again!
we are always doing it. The bit must remain. The
But
bit
Paulino
survives.
fans don't even remotely
Paulino
understand
Paulino
Oh,
now.
are you referring to the mastermind? Oh, yeah, got it.
Do you wish?
The mastermind.
Paulino mastermind? Like,
Yeah.
that would be insane.
Nah, Paulino's the mastermind of the reserve course.
He wasn't even in the reserve course. Bro, you're
Not
literally
in it.
literally one of the traitors to Asanoku. You should know this.
Not in it, but involved.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, so when you both got your scripts, what we could start with Flammigator here, because obviously Sandra, you died. So obviously when you started reading through the script, what were you kind of thinking? Because obviously you don't see the visuals, you don't know what happens, you only see the words.
Right. Okay, so there's the second synthetic form, the angelic one. I had no idea it was gonna be a second form. I thought he was just gonna be like in a panicked, unreachable state. You know, like he just got out of the first one and he's just unreachable. I didn't realize it was going to lead to, like, a second phase, and that was so cool seeing that, and at the same time I was like, oh no. Oh no.
He's done everything but die.
Yes, he...
I don't know what's better. Would you rather would you rather have that dying moment, or would you rather have this?
It was crazy. I was like, going through it, I was like, oh yay, emotional lines! I get to try that out, because I've never really done emotional lines before, and I've wanted to do them. So I was like, yay! But at the same time, I was like, no, I'm really sad. I almost, like, sometimes I'd reread it, and I'd be like, oh, that hit! Oh, I'm gonna cry! No!
I mean, it's not
It
just
hurt.
you. Your delivery or performance is something that the entire community has kind of reveled around, because I mean there are certain lines that even I'm just like that, like especially during the death scene, the simple like no, that line that you did genuinely gives me chills, just the way it's performed.
The blood-curdling scream after the
For sure.
Yeah, both
The
Yeah,
blood-curdling scream after the
no
two
line,
died.
that took me a bit to get right. I took about, like, I deleted a good chunk of the tries that I've done, because I was like, I can't get this right. There's something that's missing. So when I was doing one of the takes, I was like, I'm just gonna try to go really guttural with it. And that it became the line in the actual scene.
Yeah, I mean, it really hits. I will tell you.
The scream after both of the deaths really hit me hard.
I'm glad I could deliver that. Yeah.
No, you did super well, and again, the entire community is aware of that. I'll tell you who also did really well. Genesis. So you died. You're dead.
Yes. Okay, so well, I didn't get any good luck word with it, but you know, I like it was right after chapter 2, and I'm looking at my lines, and the last two, like, cause Alice puts like you know, like in parentheses, she puts like what delivery she kind of wants, you know. And so for the last two, I just see dying, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, great, fantastic.
What
So
more
that's
delivery
how
can you
everything
give?
started. Well, like, no, the delivery was fine, but I was just like, oh, okay, well, it's a GG now. But no, I mean, that was the first thing I saw. But then when I was actually like recording for everything, it sort of all came together. Because sometimes the lines are out of order, but in this case, it wasn't really that out of order in terms of like the chapters. It was just kind of given to me as is.
Yeah. I can't really
However,
hide it. I would only rearrange it if I
Right.
think there's a chance I can hide it. But this is like, I can't hide the fact that you're gone. I'm sorry. There's no point.
yeah, I mean, that's fine. That's totally
Oh, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. But what you did hide was Tomochi also dying. I didn't expect that. I legitimately, when I saw that death scene, like in the watch party, I was like, oh, okay, well, I know Tomochi's gonna live. No. So now I'm just sitting there like, okay, so Sanjiru died saving Tomochi, and now Tomochi's dead too. Great.
He got all that development.
I'm sure
and then he's just
Sanjiru's
gone.
probably happy about Yep.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not happy about
That's
it. Oto.
well. Oh well, yeah. I mean, the freaking the face that like the pure traumatized face that Oto had like for like I want to say like 2-3 episodes was heartbreaking to me, absolutely gut wrenching. And then couple that with Nick's deliveries here, and it was insane. But yeah, no. Recording it was quite interesting. Definitely my best performance, at least I felt, in terms of just voice acting in general. I really like this chapter. I'm sad Sanjiru had to go, that's for sure. Oh, he's genuinely probably like one of my favorite characters I've ever voiced for, if not my favorite. I really like him. And yeah, I'm sad that he went, but like that is a great way to go in terms of a Danganronpa game, in my opinion. He went out on his own terms, and I will always be proud of him for it.
Exactly. What more could you want? But yeah, I mean, Sanjiru is obviously dead. I've said this elsewhere. His development isn't quite over. Like, he's not, because obviously Sunoku is now, as we know, in the series. Like, he's gonna have more scenes because he's with Makoto. He's with Tamura in the other killing game. So obviously he's gonna bring up Sanjiru a little bit. So I'm not gonna say that he's quite done, but he is obviously dead. He is removed, and the whole. I'm pretty proud of the way it's come together. Even if killing two of the trio at once is a devastating blow to not only Oto but like the community in general, as they are probably the fan favorites. I'll be completely honest.
I might be a little biased. I actually didn't think I was gonna like. I mean, I loved Oto right from the beginning. Like the moment that like Sanjiru and Oto had that little interaction with the inhaler. Like I liked Oto from the beginning, but I didn't think the trio was like as a whole and their dynamic was gonna hit me as much as it did. And I might be a little biased here, but the trio consists of some like probably some of my favorite characters in the series, and it's not even that close in my opinion. I really like this trio so much, and I didn't think I was gonna like Tomochi all that much until the whole chapter 2 and everything with the werewolf and stuff like that. That was amazing. Yeah. Always will be proud of those boys, but they were definitely fan favorites, and
Now they're in the ground.
You broke a lot of hearts in that one fell swoop, Alice. I hope you know that. Well, actually, of course you know that.
Well, I've known this for the longest time.
Alice, you are grounded.
Very funny.
But at least, okay, I'm telling this right now. I hope to God Oto survives. We need one person from the trio. We need one. We need one. Please.
I can't
I
promise
mean-
I'm
anything.
on my knees. I know you won't. I know you can't. But I know that death order is somewhere on your computer, and I swear to God, if Oto is one of them, I will feel so many emotions in that day when I
lose so many
realize.
subscribers, because everyone will be sad. I've killed the other two. I can't have
Listen.
one.
We all know Alice is evil, but I doubt Alice is that evil.
Oh, I am.
I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know Alice for as long as you probably have, but I've seen some evil things from Alice. I can't put anything past her. Not one.
Alice can't trick me. I don't know shit, but Alice can't trick anyone.
Oh, come on! I've tricked all of you so many times.
Yeah,
You
but
didn't
to
even
the
know
extent...
you didn't even know I switched up the lines on the script, the order of the lines, until like after chapter 1. And now I do it less just to trick you even more, so you think the lines are switched, but they're not, but they might be.
Wait, what?
Oh my god! Are you trying to
What do
make
you
my
mean?
opinion change?
Well, Genesis, you won't have to worry about it anymore.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, I will have to... Never mind, cut that out.
You'll have lines in chapter 6. That's all, you know.
Yeah, I know. I just I don't know if I can say that or not.
Yeah, that's fine. Most of the
Okay.
it's just like in DH1 how all the ultimates from that had died, they came back for like one last line, just like a power of friendship. Let's do
yeah.
this. Anyway, we are Danganronpa Desperate Heart.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, chapter 3 is it's concluded as of literally 2 days ago. But there is still, as always with the chapters, there is a few little bits coming out that are still to look forward to. Obviously, we have the FTE, the Free Time Entertainment, which is fucking... I don't even know what's going on with that, but it's something. It's fun. It's something. None of you know what's in that one. Even you didn't say who's in it, but I put your FTE script on your actual script. You don't even know which
That-
lines are for the FTE.
That got me so badly off guard. I don't even remember what lines like were in the chapter and what what hasn't appeared yet. So I don't know. All I know is there's gonna be some Sanjian mention. There has to be. There's no way. There's no way there won't be.
Yeah, for those who don't know,
that's all I got.
Sanjian is probably the most popular ship in the server, in the community. Sanjiru and Vivian. I don't even know like how. They never interact, and obviously they'll be together in the FTE that's coming out in 2 days. So all I'll say
Well,
is
I mean,
a certain Sanjian ship.
you never know. If you had written more interactions together, maybe you'd see the dynamic just coming together. You know what I mean? It's just it'd click all in.
If you say so, we'll have to get you and Dominic on a podcast at some point or something. Just.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I cannot wait. Holy crap.
And then later that week, we have Bloopers Volume 2. We did not have a Bloopers video last chapter. That is simply because I didn't have enough. So what I've done with this episode is I've combined the Chapter 2 bloopers and I've combined the Chapter 3 bloopers into one bloopers video. So it's extra long. It's like just under 10 minutes. It's got so many bloopers, so many shit posts, so many things. It's going to be good. And there's Tomochi on the thumbnail, the last thumbnail he'll ever be in. After...
Oh
yeah, because he's dead.
Right. Took me a second.
So those are the main uploads. We do have something special coming up for Christmas, which is actually on the Tuesdays. That lines up. Well, we're going to be releasing on Christmas Eve. It is a Christmas cover. It's a cover of a song. Now, I'm not going to say which two VAs are doing it, but it is two fan favorite characters who will be singing this Christmas song, and that will be releasing on December 24th. So that is just before
Christmas Eve.
Yep, there's some special art for it as well.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
I'm very excited. It's definitely not serious, but it is happening.
Can you at least tell us what the song is gonna be?
So-
Is it a Christmas song that exists?
Yeah. So it's a duet. It's Baby, It's Cold Outside.
Oh,
It's gonna be two characters singing it to each other.
wait a minute. Oh my! Okay,
Go on.
I think I know who it is, but I'm not gonna say it.
I mean, you can make a guess, unless like I've told you. I don't think I told you.
Well, wait. Am I even? I just. It's really difficult to determine which one it would be because I just. Well, move on. Let's move
Are
on.
you okay? Okay, we can move on. That's fine. So the last bit of real news I have is the art contest that I announced today. If you are watching this before the 22nd of December, you still have time to enter. It's any DH1, DH2 fan art related to Christmas or winter theme. If you upload that directly to our Discord server, we've got a special little channel. You can win the art being used as the server banner and also some custom emojis, which we can use in the server of any DH character you like, any emotion you want. That's up for grab, and special roles. There'll be three winners. So yeah, if you're still able to enter that, by all means. If you are past it, I'm sorry. You can go look. So there's probably some great art. I'm sure there is. But yeah, so that will be starting. It's on now. So draw anything, and you're in for a chance. That is the last of the news, because otherwise we will be moving into Chapter 4 development, which has begun. Episode 4 is currently in development. We're a good way in. I'm probably on my break when you're listening to this, but we will be starting, and it is aiming for a February release. We're aiming to release Chapter 4 in February, early February. So we will see. So that is something to look forward to. But yeah.
Oh my god. 2025 seems so far away, but it's really not.
It's really not. No. And it should go pretty fast, but 2025 is the last year of DH, most likely, which is why we're doing these podcasts as a kind of way to end it. And once DH ends, the podcast will end. So I'm thinking like 8-10 episodes. We'll see how many we get to, but this is episode 1. So yeah, let's kind of move on to our second segment here, where we'll be going through questions and just topic discussions that you have all sent in on the Google form that I sent out. There'll be one for these every episode, so keep an eye out. I'm not going to be going through all of these, but I will pick through some of the best ones that you guys have all sent in. Some of these are questions, some of these are just topics to discuss. And the first one, oh god, okay. Feel free to all chip in here. If 2 of the boys were to date, who would be the third wheel of the relationship?
Oh my god!
Asking the real questions, aren't we?
We're starting off strong, aren't we?
Oh,
okay. Okay. Let's reason through this logically based on the characters. All right, Nick, we got this. Okay.
Yay.
So.
Very enthusiastic. Oh god. Go for it.
I personally think all of I personally think of the trio as just a very platonic group. But if I were to think, which 2 would have the most chemistry together? Oto is definitely a lot more extroverted as a person, right? They're very outgoing, they're very friendly, and they're very sweet. And I guess he's like sort of the one who adopts all the introverts, because that's how he got Sanjiru on with him.
Definitely seems like that, yeah.
Yep. And not only that, there was also Tomochi, who is sort of brought in by Gunma as well. In terms of sorry, I'm trying to think. In terms of like personality wise, Oto is very happy and very, positive. Sanjiru is sort of like more, I guess, laid back. And maybe laid back's not the right word, but more passive, I guess, in sort of how he like even in terms of his development, he's very passive, and a lot of his real thoughts are hidden behind sort of, I guess, some I want to say like a little bit of dark humor, I guess. But Tomochi is like the really grumpy one of the group. You know what I mean? Like he'll hide his true emotions behind a wave of grumpiness.
The token
so
emo.
If we're going by the classic, oh yes, yeah. So if we're going by the classic Grumpy X Sunshine, if we're going by the classic Grumpy X Sunshine dynamic going on, that would imply that Tomochi and Oto are the pair, and Sanjiru is the third wheel. There we go.
we can move on. We're strictly on. Um,
Oh my god.
Thank goodness. We have touched on this. Like, how many kind of redos of lines? Like, how many did it take to get the more impactful lines like perfect?
Oh. Oh god.
And I'll
I'll
let
Nick go first for this one.
Yeah, I will ask, what is your favorite line as well? Just adding to that question.
Oh, okay.
Favorite line. Oh, there's a lot of good lines that I really had fun recording. Oh, my favorite is when he's trying to defend himself and he's like, I can't formulate an argument, because that was so much fun to record. Just like that breakdown, and he's like desperate but still caught up in emotions, you know? That's probably my favorite line. When it comes to getting everything like perfect, I mentioned that the no line took a lot of takes.
Mm-hmm.
The more emotional ones took a bit longer than all the other ones, because I wanted to get the right feel for them. I have no idea how many takes I took, but I know that the screaming no one took the longest.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You'd picked the best one though. Shoot.
Okay. I have this thing where I'm almost like never satisfied with like what I record. And combine that with the trickiness of my recording situation, which was mostly I had to move in the process of recording for chapter 3. And because of that, I didn't have a whole lot of time with these lines. So I binged a lot of these. Like, obviously, some I was still able to record, like, you know, before the move. But, like, there was a lot that I had to binge in, like, I want to say, like, a day or two.
Mm-hmm.
And that tended to be a lot of the more emotional lines. Which, because of the fact that they were more emotional, I wanted to, you know, make sure they were delivered properly. And that meant I would probably spend maybe around, I want to say like half an hour on some of these lines, maybe more, because
Wow.
I
really
like, I'm too, I know, right? But I was a little perfectionist with these ones, especially because I kind of had to be, because it was kind of his final moments, and I wanted to make sure that those were delivered pretty right. In terms of my favorite, oh my god, that's hard. I want to say, like, there was one, I forgot the exact quote, but it was like it was something like, when I found out I was going to die, I wanted to make something with what little life I had, you know? That was probably, that was the most fun for me to deliver, because I injected a little bit of, for me it was the most fun because it brought me closest to like the mind of what Sanjiru was thinking at that time. I always felt pretty close to Sanjiru, obviously, in terms of just, you know, trying to get into the character with him. But I think this one was where I was the most like, what is Sanjiru thinking in this exact moment? And a lot of where my delivery came from was just thinking like, okay, Sanjiru hides a lot of like his sort of like depression or his emotional turmoil through like a lot of darker humor, as you see in chapter 2 and as well as chapter 3, but I didn't know that at the time. So a lot of my delivery came from like sort of him almost laughing angrily, sort of at the cruelty of like his whole life. You know what I mean? Because there was a little bit of like him almost scoffing at himself in that delivery. Because I I wanted to sort of like make it feel like he loves his comics, he loves what he was working through, but at the same time he really didn't think he was making the impact that he wanted to. You know what I mean? And sort of like him feeling that a lot of his comic making was sort of done in vain. But of course, when he has this chance now, he figures he might as well make that impact. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just like thinking through that process. It was fun.
No, it's a good way to put it. Because I'm very much more involved in knowing what all of the characters are thinking, because obviously I've written them all, and it's difficult to put into your script because I don't want to spoil things, obviously, but I also want to give you enough where you can properly assess what is going on in the scene to properly go into it. So sometimes I will do a little paragraph in front of a line, just so you do know like what is happening. But this was one where you kind of got it from the lines, and I'm glad that you could. And obviously, I know Sanjiru hasn't had as much screen time as some of the other characters who have died.
Yes.
But I still, I needed to give him something. I can't let another Asachi happen.
Right.
Asachi fan, where you at? But I couldn't let it happen again. So he does have something, and as I say, he's not finished yet. He has got a little bit more story to go through. But that whole scene in the Outer Bounds where they die and Oto is there is probably outside of Roboto, is probably my favorite scene in the entire chapter, really, because it's just. It's not even got anything like truly spectacular going on in the scene. It is just thanks to the acting, which is always the one thing that brings everything together. And you all do such a good job.
Oh, for sure. Trio forever, man.
Of course.
We all did so good.
Forever. We did.
We got to get Haji on another one because we do need to talk to him about it. But yeah.
For sure, yeah. I wish I could congratulate Haji in person, but hey, we're still doing that reaction video. It's coming, so.
Yes. The art reaction video. I'm so excited.
I can't wait. Well, I mean, we haven't really started. I was kind of waiting for chapter 3 to finish, to be honest.
That's fair.
Yeah. But once that's done, I'll get everyone here. Yeah, I can't wait.
Sometime after Christmas, because lineup is already stacked. But yeah, whenever that's done, send that over, and I'll edit it up and get it on the channel.
Sounds
Look
good.
forward to that. It's just like the
I'm excited.
Leo, Aries, and Zoe one. It's Trio 2. Let's go.
Yes.
Which trio is better though? That can be the question that we take away from this. We got to get the other trio on the.
I don't know.
I've got the answer right here.
Go on.
The first trio, because it has Zoe Mato in it.
You're saying that to the face of the second one? They're right here, and you're saying it to their face?
What?
Yeah, wait, hang on, wait. What, you about to do your son like that? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Listen to me. Hear me out.
Father, I thought you liked me.
Sanjiru, my boy, I love you, but it seems my voice actor, my stupid voice actor, seems to be having me say some things I'm not supposed to say.
Insane.
Listen, I listen. You
I
gotta.
was about to tell you you're my hero.
You already did.
It's the worst trio. Like, come on, that's so mean.
I never said that it was the worst trio.
Yes, you did. You said the first one was better. There's only 2.
What? You gotta. But you're the one that's doing things. I never said it was
You're
the
just
worst.
as bad as Mom.
What?
Oh, God. To be fair, Sanjiru
Okay, you know
never
what?
knew Celeste.
You know what? How about we change the topic a bit when you're with me speaking about your mother? Who would win in a card match in poker? Would it be Celestia Ludenberg, the ultimate gambler, or Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student?
Might have been thought it'd been you. You're the blackjack pro.
I feel like Mom would bully you into winning.
But what if Nagito's luck? What if Nagito's luck does something? Like, there's so much dangerous luck within that psycho!
All right, let's go to a different question before V-Meister explodes. I can shoot through a couple of these because some of these are directed at me, as the dev. So yeah, someone asks how I did Oto's ghostly voice. That is simply a voice changer website. That is nothing.
Voice changer IO.
That's the one. Nothing fancy at all. Do not even. I'm not good with audio, so I literally just popped it through a filter, and
It's actually the
was
best voice changer site because it has a lot of different types of filters. Honestly, like the moment I heard that like, you know, type of voice, I was like, voice changer IO, best freaking voice changing site ever. It has many awesome cool effects, like, you know, make
right,
like,
we're not doing
you
an
know,
ad read. We're not doing an ad read.
I'm just
We're not
playing with
sponsored
you.
yet.
I wasn't gonna go on a tangent.
Someone says, have I played Ace Attorney? Did you watch DH1 and DH2? Have you seen the trials? No, just a coincidence. What are your opinions?
I always thought it was an AI The Somnium Files reference. Sorry.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I did Raincoat and the Mystery Phantom, so I would definitely do.
True.
Wait,
They
what's
just
the
go into
question
like a
we're
somnium.
answering?
I thought
Wait,
that
what
would no, because that
question
one
are
I mean, that'd be a pretty fire
I
chapter.
actually was like, maybe they could go in like somniums, but I was also like, they can't be called somniums because they don't have the sync machine. But it was an
Right.
idea I had, but I settled on Mystery Phantoms, which is cool.
Mhm.
Let's move on to talk about a bit about chapter 4 because there is obviously
Cool.
nothing known publicly, really. Yeah, obviously. But at the end of chapter 3, we saw the characters get like gassed with the Syntax 4, and these rooms rise up from the ground. Do any of you have any theories as to what that might be? Now, Flammy, you might know based off lines, but
I'm not saying anything.
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
saying anything.
the other two of you, what do we think about that?
I already know. I think not that I had lines about it,
Yeah.
but like based on what it is, I know exactly what you're doing.
What do you think it is?
The only way people are gonna excuse me, virtue's last reward.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it is! It's
Huh?
Hachi!
My God!
Hello.
Really sorry
God.
I'm late.
Tomochi has arrived, everybody. Tell you what, this is
Yeah.
this is good opportunity. We can circle back to everything we've already gone over. First of all, Haji, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Sorry about the mic, by the way. I'm on the beach right now. I'm picking up trash.
Fair enough.
So, my name is JJ or Hajime VA. I'm a amateur voice actor and, of course, the voice of Tomochi in this. And honestly, Tomochi has got to be my favorite role so far. He is really fun to play.
I'm glad.
He,
So
he was.
he was, yeah, past tense.
Was is crazy.
Well, I mean, speaking of that, when did you first realize that he was dead from your script, and what were you thinking about that? What was your reaction?
I'll be honest, I was expecting him to die. At first I thought he was going to be a survivor, but then after watching over chapter 2, I was like, okay, yeah, he's not making it past chapter 3. So it was kind of expected. I did jokingly freak out, but I wasn't too surprised. It's a bit of a bummer that he died, but at the same time, I totally get it, and his death could not have been done any better.
Yeah, we already
I mean,
touched on the
hey.
scene, but yeah, we've said everything we've said.
Yeah, we all killed it. I wanted to. I'm glad now I can actually like congratulate you, or I guess, congratulate you properly. You did such an amazing job with Tomochi throughout
Thank
all
you.
of the
Yeah.
chapters, every single one.
Oh yeah.
Holy crap, dude! Your freaking speech at the end there actually made me tear up. I cried.
I'm so glad.
That broke me,
amazing.
dude.
We all destroyed that scene. We all did.
We did.
I-
We crushed that.
I'm so proud of how it all came together. The when you said like I'm gonna die, or you were like, it's okay, Sanjiru, I'm gonna die. I'm like, oh my God, this hurts. This really hurts.
I
It
was
all
actually, I made myself cry for that scene. Like, I legit made myself start crying.
How did
I
you
could
do
feel.
that?
I could. Not only could I feel the tears, but I could feel like the sort of hopeless acceptance of it. It was amazing.
All I did
Oh.
was convince myself, hey, I'm fucking dying. So
That'll do it.
I mean, hey, you did it very seamlessly. Especially from coming from someone who had to like re-record these lines so many times. Oh my god, you're a natural at this.
thank you.
And so are
Dude,
you,
did
Nick.
so good too. We all freaking crushed this.
We were amazing, absolutely amazing.
I'd say you killed it, but that was you.
That scene.
How dare you?
This is like you know, like it's like three ghosts in a graveyard just like congratulating each other for the life we had while the killer's just watching over them like, all right, this is awkward, I guess. This is the feeling of this.
It's got to be awkward.
You didn't kill Oto literally, but you
I killed him like
you killed him spiritually.
Mentally.
Yeah.
and I think all three of you killed the Oto Nation, the Trio Nation. Just all
Yeah.
three of you.
Yeah.
Just,
Oh, yeah.
It's fucked. It's gone. It's
I was lurking in the Oto Nation hangout and it was
Chaos, absolute chaos.
it's not a hangout anymore. It's a
it
funeral.
was.
Holy crap! We named her cat Tomochi, and I feel so bad now.
Well, life imitates art, so we know what we got to do.
No,
No!
No!
do not.
She's probably already
Yeah,
planning
yeah,
emails, Death.
Don't do that.
I've planned everyone's death at some point. Whether it happens or not we'll see. But
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah,
That's fair.
Oh my god.
yeah. So I mean, we'll be moving away, obviously, from Tomochi and Sanjiru for the foreseeable future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I sort of had a feeling that Sanjiru's development wasn't quite over yet, but like I don't know. I don't want to. I didn't want to. One, I didn't want to get my hopes up. And two, it's really hard to tell with the series. Because I predicted none of it. But I don't know. Just the fact that it's called Infectious Devotion and the fact that Sanjiru is sick is giving me ideas. That's all I'll say. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, because one of the big issues I had with DH1, and many other people had, was Asachi obviously survived, but he only survived for the payoff with Lilia being the mastermind.
Right.
I didn't want to have that again. I didn't want to have a character who was served the one plot beat, and that was really it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Right.
trying to make sure that doesn't happen again. Obviously, some characters are going to be more fleshed out. That's just how it goes. That's the same with any Danganronpa game.
Yes. There are a lot of things I really like about Sanjiru. That's the thing. I've been writing stories for longer than I've actually been voice acting. I'm usually more of a writer with these things. I've only started voice acting pretty recently. So Sanjiru is probably, out of like all the characters I ever played, like the one I appreciate the most from a writing perspective. Just because a lot of it came from how, I guess, more so I don't want to say shy, because he isn't exactly shy, but a lot more like, I guess, introverted and more passive with everything. He's more of a listener rather than a speaker, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And that really played into how I portrayed him, especially because not only was there obviously the rasp to represent, he's not exactly in the most healthy condition, but there's also a little bit of like, I want to say, calmingness and soothingness to his voice that I tried to sort of implement, sort of to give him the energy of almost like almost like a little teddy bear who doesn't really say much but is just comforting to have there, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm
That's
sort
how
of saying
Vivian
that
would
properly.
describe him.
I mean, they can cuddle all they want now in the Twilight realm, We need one cuddle session between the two in the FDE.
Well, as I say, yeah, FDE. We'll have to see what happens.
Anyways,
We'll see. I definitely I don't remember. So for all I know, maybe I did say Vivian cuddle me uwu, but I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like you would have noticed. That was
But
I just got back, dude.
But yeah, no, I sort of I guess the thing that I love about sort of voice acting in general is really getting invested into a different character, and I think part of what I love so much about Sanjiru is that I tried to make him so comforting that he eventually became comforting to me personally.
That's nice.
And I that was part of the reason why I always look forward to having more lines from him. And why will always be very sad to see him go. But he also, I don't, like Nick said, I also don't really like do a whole lot of emotional lines. A lot of my characters tend to be more on the humorous side, I guess. So this was very new. It was my first time voicing a death scene. And I'm very happy with how it all turned out. And you know, I'm sad to see him go, but god dang, was it a good ride.
Yeah. No, I'm happy with how he has turned out. And on that, I'll go back. Haji, are you with us? Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll ask you, Haji, what was your favorite thing about voicing Tomochi?
Honestly, there are a lot of things, and I can't really pick one. But if I absolutely had to, it would probably be expanding my vocal range, because Tomochi is a lot more on the higher side of my voices. That's a dead crab. Sorry about that. Okay, so Tomochi is on the higher side of like my vocal range. So I really got to expand on that and really practice making my voice higher for certain characters. And Tomochi was like sort of what improved my range a lot because he yells a lot. So also not even biased, but like Tomochi is probably my favorite character in DH2. I really like his writing and he was a great character. And it sucks to see him go, but at the same time, I cannot be more happy with how he turned out.
I think Tomochi like legitimately has one of the biggest fan bases in DH2. Like it's up there.
The whole trio, yeah, like all three of them.
I mean,
that's true.
There's this one TikTok edit on Tomochi where they edited his werewolf scene to Goo Goo Muck by the Cramps, and I love that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Tomochi having a lot of fans is like, you know, with Tomochi having a moth hat, Tomochi's fan base is like, you know, because Tomochi is so enlightening, they're all like moths flying to the light.
Okay. On that note,
you made Alice groan. That's great.
No, this is why V-Meister is my co-host. That's fine. Flammy, I will ask you the same question once either Oto dies or the series finishes. But obviously, you are not quite done yet. You have got a while. Actually, yeah, sure. What is your favorite thing so far about voicing Oto?
He seems like a younger version of me, honestly. So he's like my son, and I love how many emotions I could bring out of him, like the opportunities I have to do that. So much fun. And he's just a cheerful little guy who's actually really sad and going through a lot, and I'm like, same, little dude.
Aww.
That's such a perfect way to encapsulate him. I'd say that's sweet, but you've also just basically said he has a lot of trauma and he is not okay.
Yeah, he needs a hug.
But
Can I give him a hug?
Yes, we should all give him a hug.
Yay.
Yeah, the poor guy.
We need a whole trio hug, to be honest.
Yes, we do.
Well,
We do.
not that.
We do.
All right. I think we're coming up to our time then. Thank you all for being here. Has anyone got anything they want to say before we close this out?
Sorry I'm late. Thanks for watching DH2.
We'll have to get you on another one, Haji, sometime in the future, another episode.
All right.
For sure. But yeah.
I would watch it.
Yes.
I will leave it there. Thank you all for watching this first episode. Again, we have episodes coming out every month on the 15th. So I look forward to seeing you in the next one. V-Meister, say your thing.
What thing?